Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my channel. Now, today we are we're going to focus on the rest of the Armies and Plastics review from yet last night. Um, we only did the first three armies, which is as much as I can do. I'm sorry that I'm having to do this in parts, but it was the only way to get these videos out. So today's video we're going to continue on from the Civil War sets and then maybe even get into the introduction of the World War One armies. So without further ado, let's continue on with the Civil War sets. Okay, so here we have our US Confederate infantry set. Let's go ahead and do a breakdown, and there's only about 16 of these soldiers since I only bought one pack. And to be honest with you, I didn't want to spend too much. The total of money that would have spent if the owner who I bought these from didn't give didn't give me a $6.03 refund. It would have been like almost $400. So but it was worth it because I got new soldiers. Now, anyway, we have a soldier here on his knee with his hat backwards, reloading his musket as he is about to take a shot on a advancing soldier or during in battle. We have a officer here. It could be a captain, brigadier general, general, captain, sergeant, lieutenant, any rank, with his saber out and his pistol taking shot at the enemy while giving orders, which is really cool. Now we have three different firing positions, actually maybe four. So we have two different poses. Here's a guy without a hat shooting on the field. We have, oh, I forgot there was another version of kneeling real quick. So there's also one shooting with his little farmer's hat, which looks pretty cool. We have another one shooting with a country style hat. We have two reloading positions, one biting a cartridge and about to spit it out, just like the Iron Brigade soldier from before. And we have a soldier here loading his ramrod down the barrel, about to take the shot. For charging positions, we have two versions. We have this version where the soldier is advancing on the field, and we have one with the soldier banging out ready, running across the field like so. Second, running across the field like so. Now, this set was made also, hold on if I get the camera to focus. Come on. Was also made in 2000, so this would have been 25 years old. All in good condition, except the previous soldier I mentioned from the Union Brigade said that I found his head broken. But other than that, it was worth my money, and I enjoyed this set. So this is the Civil War. Now we're going to move on to the World War One sets. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, here we have our French World War One Horizon Blue sets, which I bought two of them, obviously, and there's a total of 32 soldiers. So let's go ahead and do a breakdown of the set. So we have a rifleman shooting his Lebel 1897 rifle. I believe that's what it's called. I don't really know, but I know that during the time they were using bolt action rifles. But I know that a Lebel is a French rifle, so that I can say. We have a soldier who has been shot in battle, and he is clutching onto his chest as he cries out in pain and agony. And he just falls exactly how he would have died. We have a soldier on the knee shooting as well with his Lebel 1897 rifle. We have a soldier here that looks like he's in combat with another soldier, and he's probably trying to push them off or trying to maneuver the enemy's rifle out of his hands. We have a soldier charging on the field at a steady pace. We have a charger rushing on the field. We have a Shako machine gunner advancing on the field or defending the trench, since they use trenches. A charger engaging in bayonet combat with another soldier. And we have a officer with his little pistol giving the orders for his men to charge or to advance. So this is our the World War One French Army. Let's move on to the next set. So I forgot to also mention from the previous set that I toured, and also this set, they're both 26 years old because these are certified in 1999. Hold on just a second, if I can get my camera to focus. Right angle, come on. Come on. Hold on. There we go. 1999. Sorry, guys. So here we have the Scottish Highlanders Regiment of World War One, and there's kilts and I don't know how to say this right. I think it's Gaelic. Glengarries, I guess is what it's called. Kilts and Glengarries. Anyway, we have different positions here. There's a total of 32 soldiers, of course, because I have ordered 2 of these sets. So let's go ahead and break down the positions. So here we have a Scottish officer with his pistol, his Webley Mark IV, and he's giving command to his infantry to advance or to attack, or basically give any kind of commanding order. We have men in 2 different shooting poses. We have a rifleman standing up taking his shot with Lee Enfield, and another soldier on his knee taking a shot with Lee Enfield. We have a few charging positions, so let me go ahead and pull them out. So here we have a soldier advancing onto the field with his bayonet at the ready. We have a soldier here engaging in the bayonet rifle-to-rifle combat with another enemy soldier, probably German. And we have a Scottish soldier advancing across the field, running with his rifle in his hand, while also trying not to trip with his kilt. So this is our Scottish regiment sets. Let's go ahead and move on to the next set. Okay, so here we have our British in Steel Helmets Regiment, or Steel Helmets set from Armies in Plastic World War One. This set is also 26 years old because these were established in 1999. So, yeah. Let's go ahead and do a breakdown of these positions. So here we have a officer blowing his whistle and waving his Webley Mark IV pistol in the air, basically giving his men the order of charging. We have different variants of charging here, so let me go ahead and grab them out. So we have a soldier here advancing on the field with his bayonet at the ready, a soldier rushing the field with his bayonet at the ready, and same thing with him. He's advancing while running on the field with bayonet and rifle in hand. We have 2 shooting riflemen, one rifleman on knee shooting, one grenadier right here, 2 proning Lewis machine gunners, 1 marching Lewis machine gunner, and that's pretty much it with this set. Now let's move on to the next set. Okay guys, so here is our French Foreign Legion Gallipoli campaign 1915 set, and these were made 25 years ago since they were dated 2000. This is the French Foreign Legion, which is one of the many coolest forms of military in the French military, and I believe the French military is really cool, and especially the French Foreign Legion, which, if you haven't seen, I would recommend a couple movies for you guys to watch that's based on the French Foreign Legion. Legionnaire with Jean-Claude Van Damme, that's a good movie, and March or Die from 1963. Those are both good movies talking about the French Foreign Legion, and how somewhat they are portrayed in military history. Now, let's go ahead and break them down. So we have a soldier on knee with his lapel rifle taking the shot. We have a soldier proning with his rifle aiming or is taking cover during artillery attack or about to take the shot. A charger rushing the field with his bayonet at the ready. A soldier either taking cover or hiding behind a wall during an invasion attack. Two riflemen standing up with two different positions and poses here. A French Foreign Legion officer with his I don't know what kind of French bolt action pistol it is, so I don't have to do some research, but we have a French Foreign Legion officer who's leading the attack. Another bayonet charger engaging in bayonet combat with another soldier. A soldier on the knee, either loading his rifle or waiting for his orders. And a couple of soldiers with the bayonet advancing across the field. So this is the French Foreign Legion, which is a total of 16 soldiers. Now we're going to move on to the final set and then announcements. So now we are at the final set, which is the World War I German Pickelhaube infantry set, which I have a total of 32 soldiers. Of course, these were both had 16 soldiers in each package, and these were made during 2001, so they're about 24 years old. But anywho, let's go ahead and do a little brief history. So the Pickelhaube helmet was adopted during the 1860s and later on. During the 1860s, when Germany was still Prussia at the time, and then several wars later, a few more wars by the help of Otto von Bismarck, a German general. He reunited Germany to form the German state and the Kingdom of Germany. And that's basically in short form. And this is the earlier form of German soldiers in World War One. So they would still have the Pickelhaube helmets, but the uniform color would change. But later on, they would switch from the Pickelhaube helmets to the Steinhelm, which are the ones that you would usually see on German soldiers during World War II movies and stuff. So that's that. Now, let's go ahead and do a breakdown of each position. So we have German officers here with weird-looking pistol weapons. I'm guessing supposed to be the first somewhat automatic pistol here, which is interesting. But he's giving orders to his men to advance on the field. We have two versions of riflemen standing up. One with a Mauser. One is a regular Mauser, and the other one a Mauser armed with a scope. So basically a sniper, if you will, on the field. We have soldiers on the knee with a Mauser taking a firearm. We're going to go ahead and there's also some infantrymen with grenades. So these are basically the grenadier regiments. As you can tell, this guy had like a ton of them. I don't know if that is safe, because if he got shot by one, he could have died. Now, that's only in movies, but also being hit by an artillery shell, that's very bloody. Chargers, let's go ahead and pull them out from here. So we have different assortments. We have one engaging in melee combat, a soldier advancing on the field at the ready, another soldier advancing on the field with his bayonet at the ready, probably steadily marching, and then a soldier rushing across the field to charge at the supposed enemy attack. So that's basically it of the German World War I armies. So World War I sets. We're gonna go ahead and move on to announcements, but also depending on how long this video is, we may not do announcements, but just go ahead and just do the announcements.